What's going on YouTube? Welcome to another MLB The Show 23 video. In today's video, we'll be going over all of the cards that I have personally invested in for the next roster update. The next roster update will either be this Friday or probably next Friday towards the All-Star break. If you guys enjoy this type of content, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, turn notifications on so you guys know when every video goes live. And let's get into today's video. So if you look at the schedule on 6/23, which I believe, yes, is next Friday, it says that we get a Future Star program, more Tops Now players, and a new event featuring switch hitters. There is no mention about a roster update, but the 23rd would be the third week since the last roster update on June 2nd. So the 9th, the 16th, and then the 23rd. So we're due a roster update on the 23rd. But if it does not come on the 23rd, they're probably going to push it back to the All-Star break and maybe even do a fielding attribute update and stuff like that. So if you don't see it this Friday, it's probably going to be the Friday after that or closer to the All-Star break. But we're going to be going and taking a look at some guys. And the first guy we're going to be taking a look at that's on my list is going to be my number one guy that you might want to do pre-orders for, because he is kind of on the expensive side, but it is going to be Corey Seager. We have 391 Corey Seagers at the moment. I'm banking that he goes diamond, but I might start selling some of these at 2,000 stubs, because if he doesn't go diamond, he probably gets to like an 84, and then his price will drop, because 1,900 stubs, 2,000 stubs is above the quick sell value of an 84. But if he goes diamond, I could quick sell all of these for 3,000 stubs, netted me almost $1 million profit on these, as I got them really cheap on the market. So let's take a look at where he has to improve. Against lefties, he has 84 contact and 90 power, and against righties, he has 79 contact and 73 power. Now, when we take a look at his splits against lefties, he's batting .318, so his contact is probably pretty good, but he only has one home run. So does that mean that they reduce his power a little bit? It very well could, but it's also only through 22 at bats, so it's not a big sample size at all. But against righties, 44 bats, 477 average against righties, and this is just since June 2nd. 4 home runs and 9 doubles, which nets him a 1.48 OPS and a .477 ISO. So he's hitting for a lot of power against righties right now. So that's why on his inside edge, he's got a +14 versus righties and a +14 versus contact. So if he does get a huge boost against righties, he can go up to an 85 overall diamond. But if he takes a hit versus lefties at all, he might go back down to that 84, and that's what we're worried about. His fielding's common, so we need those boosts unless they do a fielding upgrade and for some reason he gets any type of fielding boost. But he's the first guy that I'm invested in, and keep in mind in this video, you're only going to be seeing guys that I have. And next up is going to be Blake Snell. Probably the only pitcher I really saw, maybe some relievers that could get some upgrades, but one of the only starters that I really liked, Blake Snell. So if we take a look at him, since the last roster update on June 2nd, he has 19 innings pitched with 32 strikeouts, netting him a 15 Ks per 9, and he's only allowed 7 hits in those 19 innings. And he's walked 6 batters, which is not too bad. I think 6 batters in 19 innings is well worth it. As you can see, his walks per 9 is really low. Could he get a boost there? Maybe a little bit, but his Ks per 9, even his hits per 9, I think deserve a boost, and that should get him over to that 80 overall, in my opinion, if he does get those boosts. Blake Snell's on my list. We got 179 of him. And next on our list, this is going to be a different one. This could go either way. He doesn't need a lot, but it's going to be Teoscar Hernandez. We need a +1 from Teoscar. And as you can see, against righties is where he can improve the most. Against lefties, he's batting .400 against lefties. He's got a home run, a double, and it's only been 15 at bats. So I don't see his lefty numbers moving too much. So they should stay about where they're at, hopefully. But against righties, he's batting .333, which I think is above a 56 contact. with 2 home runs, a triple, and 2 doubles. So he's got a .278 ISO with a 1.040 OPS. So Teoscar Hernandez could go gold. Hopefully he does. And next up, we got Dalton Varsho. So if we look at him, he can basically improve versus righties and contact versus lefties, his power versus lefties, and his power versus righties. Against lefties, he only has 6 at-bats and only has 1 hit in those 6 at-bats. So I don't really see too much movement against the lefties at all. But against righties, he is batting .319, which I believe once again is above that 47 contact. He also has 4 home runs and 2 doubles. And he has a OPS of 994 and an ISO of 298. He has really good fielding already, so just a minor boost to his contact and his power gets him to an 81 overall in that inside edge. So if he gets those type of boosts in the roster update, even just a contact boost, he can hit that 80 overall mark, and you can make some stubs off him. He is going for 200 stubs right now, so you can get him for 200. If he gets that +1, you basically double your profit on Dalton Varsho. I really like him as a investment right now. And that's pretty much all I have. But let's go take a look at the prices of the other guys, since we did not really go over the prices of them. We had Teoscar Hernandez, 226 is what you can get him for. Once again, if he gets that +1, you're almost doubling your stubs just like that. And then if you take a look at like a Blake Snell, which I think is probably one of the more locked in golds, even though he's a 77, I think he has the best room for upgrades right now based on how he's been playing. And you can get him for 232 stubs. So once again, you can almost double your stubs if he does go gold. People like Corey Seager, though, if you guys are looking to get Corey Seager, I would be doing pre-orders in for him. So we know that you can quick sell an 82 for 900. You know, if he goes up to an 84, it's 1,500. So anywhere between 900 and 1,500 is where you want to put those orders in, and eventually you'll get them to go through. Simply like Adolis Garcia, people put pre-orders in for him at $13.98. Those orders are starting to go through at $13.98. You can't put those orders in anymore. That's why it's a pre-order. So you're putting those orders in before he gets upgraded, and therefore getting him. So like I said, I would take a look, especially on the app, because you can see more of the orders. But I would go in here, put some buy orders in, maybe for like, maybe even like, let's see, like, I don't know, 1,300, and just put those in. And then if he goes up to an 84, you still make 200 stubs profit at 1,300. You'll still make 200 stubs off of him if he doesn't go diamond. So that's like a safe one. If you anything above 1,500, if he doesn't go diamond, you're not going to make profit off of that investment. So that's probably where I would lean. Anywhere from 900 to 1,500, anywhere in between that is probably safe. I think he gets to at least an 84 if he does not go diamond. And then another person that we can do pre-orders on is going to be Corbin Carroll. So as you can see, he got supercharged. He's been playing phenomenal. He has a really good chance of going diamond in the next roster update, but he's already 2,600 stubs. Do not put buy orders in for this guy at 2,600 stubs. I would be up under 2,000 at the least. Maybe they go through, maybe they don't, but I just would not try to do it. I would do it under 2,000, because you don't want to make 200 stubs per card, especially when you have to buy them at 2,600. You want to make a lot more stubs, so try to get them at like 19, 2,000 even, maybe even lower. But that's where I would go with Corbin Carroll, or I just wouldn't do him at all, and I would do a majority of those smaller guys, because guys like Teoscar Hernandez or Blake Snell or Dalton Varsho, you can get thousands of them and make the same amount of stubs as you would with a Corbin Carroll, but more, because you can buy more of them. Also, another person that's been playing pretty good as of late is Ozzy Albies. Ozzy is batting .333 against righties with 6 home runs and a double through 51 at bats. He does have a OPS of 1.13 and an ISO of 373, so we can see that contact versus right and that power versus right go up. Versus lefties, he is batting .333 as well with 0 home runs and a double. Only got 9 at bats though, so not a lot of sample size to change anything there. So against righties though, if he gets those boosts against righties, I can see him definitely go diamond, and that's why he is on diamond watch. He is 1,700 stubs in the market, so he is still invest worthy if he goes diamond. However, if he does not go diamond, maybe you guys want to just put pre-orders in on him instead. That way you don't risk it too much. And that is all I have for you guys in today's video. If you guys did enjoy this video, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe. Turn those notifications on so you guys know when every video goes live. I will see you guys in the next one, and always leave a comment down below who you guys are invested in that maybe I did not mention in this video, but I just want to give you guys basically who I actually personally invested in, along with a couple guys that you can pre-order and other guys that you might want to invest in. But if I'm invested in them, it obviously shows that I actually believe that they're going to get upgrades, or they have the best shots to get upgrades. I'm not just saying, hey, go invest in these guys, even though I'm not invested in them. Go invest in these guys. I'm not like that. I'm invested with you guys. So if you guys invest in guys, you guys know I'm invested as well. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.